Hi and welcome to this video of Introduction to Textiles. In this video we're going to go through the different parts of the sewing machine and what they're called and what they do. In this video we're going to be looking at the Bernina model 1008. On this machine, as you can see, it has multiple knobs down on the right hand side. Each of these knobs usually has two actual knobs. We're going to look first at the needle position control. When the needle position control is turned right, it causes the needle to also go right. When you turn it left, the needle will also go left. The other knob positioned here is the stitch width control. What this does is it controls how wide your stitch is. So if you have a low number, like 0, the stitch is a straight line. If you have a bigger number, like 5, it'll give you a really wide zigzag. The next knob, which is below, is the buttonhole knob. What this does is when you go through the different numbers 1 to 6, it presets the sewing machine to give you the stitching like what you would see around a buttonhole. The next knob we're going to look at is the stitch length control / reverse. So this knob has the function of putting the machine into reverse, or it can make the length of the stitch short or long. A small number will give you a short stitch, and a bigger number will give you a very long stitch. The next knob we're going to look at is the sew down control. What this controls is the feed teeth. The sew down control causes the feed teeth to go down or up. We're going to move to this side of the sewing machine now. Here we have two knobs. The first of which is the hand wheel. What this does is it allows you to move the needle up and down. The next wheel we have on the side is the hand wheel release. The function of this is to stop the needle from moving up and down when you're filling up the bobbin. So sometimes when you have an empty bobbin or you need to fill it up with the colour, you need to release the hand wheel release just like that and make sure it's loose. And then you can continue to fill up the bobbin. Next we have the on and off switch. We have the off function down the bottom. We have on without a light and on with the light at the top. Moving over to the left hand side of the machine now, we have the feed teeth. What they do is they grab onto the fabric and allow it to pass through the machine. Next we have the presser foot. What this does is it holds down the fabric nice and firmly. The needle is next, and what that does is it passes thread through the fabric. The bobbin case holder holds our bottom thread in the bobbin, and a bobbin case which fits into the bobbin case holder, and that holds on to the bottom thread. We're moving up to the take up lever, and what that does is it allows the thread to move up and down. The tension control changes how tight or loose our stitching is. Normally we'd want it to be on a setting of about 5. The second last is the stitch selector. This has the functionality to do all of those pattern stitches that you see. Last but not least, we have the bobbin winder. In our video earlier, we saw the bobbin being filled up, and that's where the bobbin is put when we fill it up. A few things to remember is to switch off the machine when you're not using it and only switch it on when you are using it. When you're doing your sewing, most of the time you're going to be using a straight stitch. The settings for this on the sewing machine is a width of 0 and a length of 2.5 or 3. I hope you enjoy your journey of sewing. Until next time.